Hey Swishers, we are back with an all-new content for the WNBA Daily Swish. But wait a minute, isn't the WNBA season already over? Yes, it may be over for now, keyword for now, okay? But it is not over for the NCAA Women's College Basketball season, which is going to start up soon here on November 25th, okay? And so just because the WNBA season is over doesn't mean that I want to stop doing these videos. I don't want to stop doing these recaps, updates, news, anything that relates to women's basketball, because all in all, the WNBA kind of employs everything and anything WNBA, women's basketball, just women's basketball in general, right? Okay, so while our players are overseas right now, a few of them are overseas, getting ready to start that season over there, and some of the players are probably at home resting, waiting for the next season, waiting to see what comes along. Okay, so um, that's and while they are resting and playing overseas, I kind of want to get into the NCAA women's basketball. Okay, and I'm pretty ecstatic to share this with you guys because even though the season hasn't started, there's already predictions, there's already talk about what's going to happen. And we all know that the Final Four is going to be in San Antonio this year. Woo-hoo! Okay, so hopefully I'll be able to go. Hopefully, COVID kind of eventually slows down a little bit to where we can actually go and watch these things. Okay, watch the games in person and enjoy sports the way it should be again. Okay. So what are our predictions? Okay. What is this 2020-2021 season going to look like before we even get to March Madness, right? Because we all know that we miss March Madness. I know I do. Okay. Because when everything happened, I totally kind of went a little cuckoo because I was like, man, I wanted to see some good March Madness action, right? And don't we all, right? Okay. So the season begins November 25th, which is in a couple weeks, and we've already got some predictions out there. We've already got some names, label, and all that good stuff. We are all super stoked and excited to have women's college basketball start back up again. Okay, so it's really exciting to see this. It's really exciting, but starting back is going to look a little bit different for the safety of the players. Okay, with a delayed start and a 27 game limit schedule. Okay, so we're going to see how that plays out, how it works, how it's run. And so I'm kind of excited to see that happen here pretty soon. I'm just ready to see NCAA women's basketball in general. Okay, but how would it look going into this season? Because we don't have Sabrina Nescu. Okay, we don't have Lauren Cox or Kennedy Carter. Okay, you definitely don't have Crystal Dangerfield in that range anymore. Okay, so all these players, all these great college players, have moved up into the WNBA, and so you don't have these players. And what's even more interesting is we don't even have Notre Dame head coach Muffet McGraw. Okay, during this break, she decided to retire and go have a good time, go have some drinks somewhere. I don't know, doing whatever Muffet McGraw does, right? And Muffet McGraw has always been an inspiration to girls, whether they played for her or not. Okay, she's been an inspirational coach all throughout her years, and so it's going to look a little bit different this year. And what does that mean for Notre Dame, right? Okay, so here's what I have for the predictions, and these are from the experts so far. Okay, and so far you have number one, South Carolina Gamecocks. Okay, Dawn Staley, and last year they finished at the number one spot with players, okay, such as sophomore forward Aaliyah Boston. Okay, she's been pretty good. She averages about 12.5 points per game, 9.4 rebounds a game. Okay, and then you have guard Zia Cook, 12.1 points per game, and then you have wing Bria Beal, okay, who averages about 6.1 points per game. So that's a strong force that she still has. And you know that Dawn Staley can develop great players. She can develop a great team. just building off of what she has and building great players. Okay, so she's another coach that is very inspirational, very a head coach that's very headstrong and knows what she's doing. And she's an ex WNBA player, and so she knows the game. She has a love for the game. She has a passion and determination to make these girls better. Okay, and every year she comes out with her team impressing us. Okay. Um, Second, we have the Stanford Cardinals. Okay. And this is just hoping that Haley Jones, okay, is fully recovered from that knee injury. And so you would have an unstoppable trio if you have Jones, Lexi Hall, and Kiana Williams. Okay, so that's going to be a strong point for Stanford. So they're predicted second right now. And so then you have third, the Baylor Lady Bears. Okay, uh, with the loss of four seniors. Okay, um, I think that they could still develop a well-rounded team. Okay, a strong force with our junior forward Alyssa Smith, who averages about 14.3 points per game. Okay, and then you have the transfer guard from Stanford. Okay, Dejanay Carrington, and she comes in and then you could have a big Lady Bears team once again because Kim Mulkey, I mean, she's a top notch coach. I mean, she's not one to mess with. She's not one to keep your eyes off of because she too could develop great players, and in which in the past she has done several times. I mean, she's even developed great players such as Sophia Young, okay, who was one of her great players that went on to the WNBA, made a name for herself, and played for the San Antonio Stars. Great player, great all-around player, and so Kim Mulkey knows exactly what she's doing, and I wouldn't be surprised if they end up in the Final Four this year. Okay, and then fourth, okay, not surprising as in the top because I mean, what does a top five prediction look like if you don't have the Yukon Huskies in that prediction, right? Okay, people are going to think you're crazy if you don't have the Yukon Huskies there, right? Okay, so with the loss of Megan Walker and Crystal Dangerfield, okay, um, Yukon will need to fit the pieces together once again, and Gino's pretty good at this. Gino Auriemma, he's pretty good at making a strong team, but he knows that he's going to have to rebuild again a little bit. In the past several years, we have seen Yukon go to the Final Four, but it seems as though as soon as they get to the semifinals, something happens within the team that we don't usually see, and that's them either being too confident in thinking that they're going to make it to the finals, or them just in general um, thinking that we're UConn, nobody can dominate us, and once they get dominated, that's it for them. And so we've seen several times where maybe they think they have the win, and then at the last second, somebody throws up a last second shot. Not naming any names. Gumbawali. Okay, just saying. Okay, everybody remembers that crazy shot, and then we also remember that crazy shot from Mississippi State at the Dallas Final Four. Okay, so I mean, it's no surprise that hopefully UConn will go to the Final Four, but they're really going to have to work on that chemistry and developing that strength again to work as a team, communicate as a team, and not fall back at that last second, right? Okay. And then we have the Louisville Cardinals. Okay. So you have Coach Walls will once again be able to make a name for the Cardinals. Okay. And still be a favorite. Okay. Um, he still has senior guard Dana Evans, who averages about 18 points per game, and that's pretty good. Okay, so this is why you cannot put Louisville out of sight. Okay, because they do have a strong force, and it's no surprise to me that they ended up in the top five prediction. Okay, she averages also about 4.2 assists per game, which is really good. Okay, so even having some freshmen with some potential, Okay, you can't leave them out. Okay, so I think with these qualities, this is why Louisville made the top 5 prediction. Okay, so I'm excited to see the NCAA season women's college basketball start. Don't forget, it starts November 25th. Okay, Thanksgiving week. So I'm excited. You should be excited. And stay tuned here for WNBA Daily Swish updates. I know it says WNBA Daily Swish, but you got to remember this is all things and anything women's basketball, not just WNBA. Okay, so if you like what you see, if you like what you're hearing, go ahead, spread the word. Okay, share it with your friends. Get the group out there. Okay, if you don't have me on Facebook, find my Facebook group page, WNBA Daily Swish, where I keep you guys updated with news, standings, recaps. Okay, so anything and everything women's basketball. Okay, I love doing this for you guys. I love keeping you guys updated, and I have been watching. You guys have been tremendous with this group growing. Uh, every single day there's about 10 to 20 new members wanting to join, so this shows me that you guys are spreading the word, that you guys are getting it out, and letting others know that, like, hey, you should join this group. And I really appreciate that, guys. You have no idea how much I appreciate this, and I appreciate y'all. Okay, so I do this because I have a love for the game. I have a passion for women's basketball. I don't do this to try and get famous or anything like that. I do this because I want their voice to be heard. I want people to know that women can play basketball. And so thank you so much for the love and the likes and the support and getting it out there. Okay. Also, subscribe to my channel for more videos because I keep you guys updated now that the NCAA women's basketball is here. Okay. Pay attention, look for more videos. Okay. Can't wait to see y'all again. So, if it ain't hot, it ain't a swish.